What's good, y'all, man? It is your boy Sniper Kicks. In today's video, man, we're gonna be talking about StockX. And you see this little badge right now waiting for it to focus, and this is what StockX puts on the shoe, saying that it is verified authentic. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about if StockX shoes are legit and to increase your chances to make sure your shoes are legit. And we're gonna just talk about some stores. We're gonna talk about things that are going on with StockX. We're gonna just talk about the whole shebang. So guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you smash that like button. And of course, make sure you have your notification bells, because I'm just trying to help you guys out in the sneaker world, copying shoes for retail, so you don't have to use StockX, and just give you guys the 411 on sneaker information. So StockX was founded, or it was launched in 2016, and StockX was huge for the sneaker community on that time, because there wasn't really a place where you could actually get sneakers except for eBay, but there really was an authentication process. So that was a disaster. But StockX came in and it just changed the game. People were able to go to this app, get these sneakers, and it was a seamless process. And they authenticated. People that actually knew what they're doing were authenticating these sneakers. So this was a change in the game, and everybody was loving it. But unfortunately, during that time, the UA, the unauthentic, the unauthorized sneakers were coming up as well. And as technology started to increase and things started to get even better, back in the day when I was growing up, when you saw a fake sneaker, you're like, bro, those are fake. The eye test, by the naked eye, you can tell a shoe was unauthentic. It was fugazi. It was not legit. But in today's age, those shoes look really, 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 really good. And they look very, very similar to the real thing. And a lot of times they might even look better than the actual real thing regarding the quality and stuff like that. StockX's job is to be able to authenticate sneakers to make sure they are legit. But there has been a lot of problems in the past like 2-3 years where people have been getting fake sneakers, and there have been a lot of claims that StockX is not doing their job right. And there was an incident that happened recently that we're going to talk about in detail that is eye-opening and it's shocking. It's bad. It's really bad. And we're going to talk about that in detail today. But we're going to just go over this whole process and why you want to almost avoid buying from StockX. But again, StockX is not the worst. Most likely, if you buy from StockX, you will get a legit pair. But I'm gonna just talking about how you can increase your chances of getting a real pair if you're gonna shop with them, some different options that you can use to get a legit pair. And we're just gonna talk about this whole thing right here. So first, guys, there was an instance where Nike and StockX was butting heads. The plug, the actual shebang, Nike and StockX got in a huge dispute. First of all, it was about the NFTs, where StockX was selling NFTs and Nike did not like that. So after the fact, Nike claimed that their business model and StockX was letting fakes go through. So this is what Nike did. This is what they said they did. They went on StockX and bought a whole bunch of patent bread. So let me get that shoe real quick for you guys. So here it is, the patent bread. So Nike bought this shoe. And they said when they were purchasing the shoes and they were taking it through their authentication process, again, this is Nike. They said a lot of them came up fake. And I will put a screenshot of that actual article right there. So that's alarming. Nike is saying that it's getting shoes from StockX. And they said, hey, StockX are selling fakes. Okay. StockX came back at Nike's like, hey, hold on. You guys said our shoes are fake. Most of your employees, most of the people that work at the higher ups at Nike go to StockX to sell shoes and buy shoes. So what's really good? That's basically what StockX said. And they take authenticating sneakers very seriously. So again, they're butting heads right there. And in my opinion, I'm siding with Nike. Again, a lot of times, a lot of fakes do go past StockX. It's hard. Again, it's hard to authenticate sneakers. It is a very challenging thing. That's why I just don't buy from these apps. Last time I bought from a StockX, it was probably 3 years ago. I try to find alternative options where we'll talk about that in this video as well. But overall, it's a tough process to authenticate. And another thing I want to talk about is I saw StockX laid off a ton of employees recently. And I don't know for sure, I got to read up on it more, why they laid off so many people. Again, the economy, I don't know, but I know they laid off a ton of employees. But here's the thing. When people are legit checking sneakers, and I'm sure they got a hiring process of how they hire the people that legit check sneakers. But as you know, StockX has hundreds and probably thousands and thousands of shoes that come into its actual location every single day. And an authenticator is there, just authenticated, smell tests, looking at the stitching. When they're doing that all day, if they get one cue wrong or they just not up to date on something and fakes are going past, that means more fakes are going to go past if they're not on point and they're not precise on their legit check. So that is one of the biggest things. I feel like, I don't know their assembly line for legit checking, but just the stories of so many fakes that have been going past, I feel like, man, they need to be more precise. Their assembly line, they have to see 2-3 people until they actually say it's verified authentic. And one thing that StockX did before was saying, hey, fully guaranteed 100% authentic, and they had to change it. Now it's here, put it right here. It says verified authentic. Because at the end of the day, you cannot 100% guarantee something's authentic if you're not Nike. Nike's the only one that can say it's 100% authentic. StockX cannot make those claims because at the end of the day, even if they have the best legit checker, it's not 100% certain. So it's a very, very, very tricky process. Again, like I said, if you're gonna buy from StockX, most likely you are gonna get a legit shoe. But I'm not willing to take the chance of actually getting the fake, and I'm paying that top dollar. So now we're going to talk about a story that recently happened that a lot of people are talking about. So there's a reseller, and he wanted to invest in some sneakers because, again, sneakers are investments so you can make money. And he wanted to buy a shoe right here, bam, a University Blue, bam, a very nice shoe here. He wanted to buy this shoe right here, and I feel like this shoe right here is probably the most fake shoe ever. Like, a lot of people just have fake mochas, and a lot of these pass through. So we're gonna talk about that. And he wanted to buy another shoe right here, bam, the Hyper Royal. So here's the thing. He bought around, I believe it's 62 pairs from StockX. And 38, I believe, around that range was fake. Around a 50% clip was fake from StockX. That is horrible. That is really, really, really bad. Like almost 50% of them were fake. So he was livid. He made a whole bunch of posts that went viral, and it was bad. So for what I read from this instance, Nike actually reached out to this reseller, and they actually legit checked them shoes themselves, and they confirmed that 38 of them were fake. They weren't legit. So he was able to get his money back from StockX and everything like that. But it is crazy, and there's actually court documents stating this case right here. And it is, wow, eye-opening that many fakes pass through StockX. And man, again, the reason why I have my channel hidden, and that's why you need to subscribe to my channel, is I teach people how to cop shoes for retail so you don't have to go to StockX to actually get the sneakers. You'll have a better chance of copping for retail. But overall, that is very scary that many, over a 50% clip, were unauthentic. So I wanted to put that out right there. So let's talk about some other options that you can actually use. So you have GOAT. GOAT, I used them a couple times. You know, I never had problems with GOAT. Again, I feel like they are better authenticating. I don't hear as many stories from GOAT. But again, StockX is cheaper than GOAT. That's why people side with StockX, because you're getting it for cheaper than GOAT. But hey, it's better to pay a little bit more if you're going to actually get an authentic sneaker. So GOAT is a great option. Another great option is eBay. eBay now has a new authentication process where they authenticate the shoe. The seller's going to ship it to eBay. eBay's going to authenticate it, and then it'll get to your house. And I believe eBay is a very great platform as well. I used them before, And man, very, very good platform as well. But again, it might be more expensive than StockX. So you have those platforms there. Here's another thing that I want to tell you guys, how you can increase your chances. When there's a shoe that just released, like for instance, a Jordan 3 White Cement, if you want to buy that shoe around the time that people are actually getting their shoe. That's going to increase the chances of it being legit, because there's a lot of people that actually have the shoe. So most likely there's going to be the real shoe going to their actual location. They're legit checking it. So that's why I tell people, normally when a shoe is just coming out and people are getting it in the hands from Nike sneakers app, that's the time to actually buy that shoe from StockX, because now there's a large pool of authentic shoes that are actually going to StockX. So in overall, guys, you're taking the risk when you do buy these sneakers from these apps. Again, I would side with GOAT, eBay over StockX. But if you are gonna buy with StockX, make sure you're going close to the time where the shoe releases. Again, with these mochas right here, I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are sending fake mochas to StockX and they're coming back authentic. So man, I wanted to make this video. A lot of people have been asking me about what is my thoughts on StockX, and I told you my thoughts right here. And guys, if you have any comments, any personal stories that you have with StockX, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. I want this to be a dialogue with my actual subscribers. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. You won't regret it, because I do teach people how to cop shoes for retail. And another thing, guys, before I end this video, is that if you have a local reseller that you know are getting stuff from retail stores, like again, a lot of cities have a sneaker plug that's always winning at certain places and they have legit shoes, those are also a viable option. And especially if they have receipts and stuff like that, you can count on them to getting legit pairs. Because if you know they got it from a Foot Locker, a Finish Line, they are going to be legit, because those are Nike verified retailers. So there's a lot of options you can go with getting legit sneakers, but you just have to be smart. I know StockX is very, very, very easy to do. Put your credit card, put the shoe that you want, you're able to get your sneaker, but sometimes it doesn't turn out great. But like I said, guys, let me know in the comment section below about your experience with StockX. And again, StockX customer service is terrible. Last thing, it's terrible. It's hard to get in touch with someone just to get something resolved. It is very hard, very hard, very hard. Why don't they have a phone number? Why don't they have like an email they can reply back fast? And guys, man, I'm just venting right now because I've used them and I had some problems. And again, the data breach that happened as well, that everybody's information was sold to the dark web. That instance, actually my information was sold, but I was able to cancel everything out. So there's a lot of different things, guys. But guys, I want to make this an interactive video, so let me know in the comment section below. Really do appreciate you guys. You already know. Sniper Kicks out. Peace.